Today we're going to talk about how to find the volume of a cone. The volume of a cone. So I think we know what a cone shape looks like. We've already learned about cylinders, but just to review, how do you find the volume of a cylinder? Well, when you've got a cylinder, we find the volume by doing pi times radius squared times height. But how are we going to find the volume of a cone? That's the mystery of the day today. And I am going to try to help you discover this formula through experimentation. So we are going to find the volume of a cone based on what we know about the volume of a cylinder. Now, to find the volume of a cylinder, what do you need to know? You need to know the height, and you need to know the radius of the base. Those are the only variables because we already know what pi is. So, what if you have a cone that has the exact same height? Can you tell? Same height, right? And the radius of the base is exactly the same. Can you see that? Same circle. So, same radius, same height. Is it going to have the same volume? No. Obviously, this holds much less than this. This has a much higher volume than this does. But how much? How much more can this hold than this? That's what I want you to try to guess right now. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to try to guess, is this twice as much volume as this? 3 times? 4 times? 5 times as much volume as this? Is it something like 2.5 times, 1.5 times, 3 3/4 times? Pause the video and make a guess. How much more is the volume of this than this? Okay, to help you see what the actual answer to that question is, we're going to test the volume of these shapes. And I'm going to test the volume with water because one way to measure the volume of this cone right here is to fill it up with something. So this cone is now full of water. That water represents the volume of this cone. How many times do you think I have to pour this water into the cylinder before the cylinder is full? That's another way of asking the same question I asked before. Do you think I need to pour this in twice? 3 times? 1.5 times? 4.72 times? Let's find out. Are you ready? This is going to be so exciting. So, this is one cone. Oh, can you see that? Can you see that? Is it halfway full? It's not quite halfway full, so this is more than double the volume of this. Well, how many of you were guessing that it was twice the volume? You were wrong. Because we've still got quite a bit of space left in there. Some of you who are guessing 2.5 times, maybe 3 or 4 times, you might think you're on the right track. Let's find out. That's 2 cones fitting into the cylinder. Let's see if we can fit a third. Oh, would you look at that? That cylinder is perfectly full. It took 3 cones to fill up that one cylinder. 3 cones to fill up that one cylinder. So, the moral of the story is, to find the volume of a cone, if you know the volume of a cylinder that has the same radius and the same height, what would you do to this? Well, this is 3 times that, so this would be 1/3 of that. Make sense? If this is triple that, then this is 1/3 of that. So all you would have to do is do the same thing you did here, but then divide by 3. So that's our volume formula for a cone. And now you have seen it in action. To do the volume of a cone, we're going to do the same thing that we did with a cylinder. We just need to know the radius and the height, but we're going to do 1/3 of, 1/3 of that same formula. Does that make sense? Another way you could think of this is, instead of, if you don't like fractions, think of it this way. Do pi times radius squared times height, and then divide by 3, right? Because you would take this amount and divide it by 3 to get this amount, wouldn't you? Yeah. So do the same thing you did here, and then just divide by 3 at the end. So if finding the volume of a cylinder goes like this, you do pi times radius times height on your calculator. Then finding the volume of a cone goes like this on your calculator. Do pi times radius times height, and then just hit divided by 3, and that will give you your answer for any cone. That is all you need to know about cones. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I hope this water example helped that stick in your brain, and I will see you next time.